When it's wonderful, as y'all know, when it works, you go into a scene, you have 16 different ways to tell the truth. When you're stuck, sometimes you're just trying to protect from telling a lie. Not near as fun. Sometimes you're just like, man, I'm not feeling it. I just feel like I've got to connect the dots, and that's all I really can do. I don't have the song. I don't feel myself in flight. Now, when it's worked, and what I try to find now is from the inside out, get the guy's monologue. And this is something that's kind of come to me and it really helped me in the last couple of years. Get the guy's monologue, then I can have the dialogue. Then I can do a scene if I got the monologue. If I know what's the Socratic dialogue of the man that I'm playing, then have the dialogue. And it's not about the words, obviously. And then I was able to just, I think when I do my job better, be more in that moment, not anticipate. But also when I said impasse earlier, catch. I love it when you catch somebody in a scene. I love entrances and exits. I love doing all the work about, well, let's backload about where the guy's coming from and why, how he got here, and where's he going. I love to finish scenes. Anytime there's the old ... finish it out, write it out. Expound, just finish, right? And I write a lot on scripts, write way more than I ever actually say, but I have it. It loosens me up on the entrance and the exit. And I like it when I'm seeing actors, and I think I like my work best when I'm feeling like I'm being caught coming in and caught going out. And maybe if it's in the entire picture, if you feel like that 2 hours that you watched was not just a finite piece of the story. I like watching films and characters that I'm watching the film and I love imagining what they were doing the 5 years before and where they're going after that, the 5 years after. There's always a prequel and a sequel and a follow-up, even if there's not in films. I like to at least have that understanding and feel, I let my imagination go, that I got a real good idea what this guy was doing the last 5 years and what they'll be doing for the next 50. I've been, the last 2 years, I've really been able to, if I can, and this doesn't always happen, tap into a character's obsessions and then just get really feverishly drunk on them, on those obsessions. Because I'm always looking for something to take literally. And I've called them like a launch pad lines. Sometimes you catch it in the screen direction. Sometimes it's written in a character. David Wooderson, Days Confused. Rick Linklater writes a line that says, "That's what I love about those high school girls. I get older, but they stay the same age." Well, that's a line that you're like, well, who is this? Now, that guy's got a history. And what if that's not an attitude, if that's really his constitution? Now the imagination goes wild and just, you've got, Dallas and Magic Mike, it was a launch pad character. I mean, there was stuff that was in there that was written in that script, and I was like, well, the Barnum and Bailey was just easy. I just wrote, and it was so fun to go improvise. The Mark Hanna character in Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, Terrence Winter wrote a line. I'm sitting there showing the Jordan Belfort character the ropes at a lunch, and it says, the secret to this is hookers and cocaine. And by the way, how many times a week you jack off? I mean, you're going, there's no ceiling on this guy's vernacular. So be a rapper, be a poet, go, Now, obviously, if you're playing a lawyer or you're playing a scientist, someone whose occupational vernacular has to be precise and to the moment, it's not as easy to just riff and rap. But I always try to find something that the character says that I think, what if they take that literally? And when you read something that you go, that's a real personal politic of that character, it blankets an entire performance. And it also gives me something to fly with that I can always have in my pocket if I get in trouble in a scene. I can go, well, I know that this man is about this. I know he needs this throughout, before this story ever started and after this story goes away. I know he needs this. So if I follow that, at least, I know I can't go wrong.